Have you ever been jealous of a jazz pianist who can just sit down and just just make something up? It's really amazing, isn't it? And before I learned jazz, I was so jealous of pianists who could just sit down and just do that. And as I've made kind of the transition over to jazz, I realized that the primary difference between jazz and classical, besides the obvious, the sound is totally different, is that musicians in classical are kind of recreating a classical piece. They might be reinterpreting it, but they're kind of recreating something that's already made. While jazz pianists often feel free to just kind of create music, and it's so amazing. So if you're feeling a little intimidated about approaching jazz and the creation of music, this lesson is for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this song, Lullaby. This is the classic lullaby that everybody knows, and we're going to make it sound a little bit jazzy with some new chords maybe that you haven't learned before. And what we're going to do is help you start being able to create this music rather than just recreate it. Does that make sense? So the way that this is laid out is I've got the lead sheet here. The way a lead sheet works is we've got all the notes of the melody here. Normally on a lead sheet you won't have this left-hand bar written in. I have it here in case you need to use it to kind of cheat as you're learning your first jazz solo. And then the next part is that we've got some chords up here as well. So that's how a lead sheet works, is we've got the chords up top, and it's your job as the pianist, you get to create what you want with those chords. And then we have our melody here, which is kind of written in there kind of for reference for you. And of course you're free to add to it. And then that's how the lead sheet works. So we've got line 1 and then line 2, and then down at the bottom of this sheet, I have a little cheat sheet for you that has all the special jazz chords that we're going to play today. You can download this somewhere below there in the description, and then you can have this too to follow along. Okay, so here's how it works. So we have a couple of different chords. Some of them are familiar, you might know, like for example, E minor looks like this. But what are these 9 chords? Well, it's those 9s that are responsible for that lovely jazz, that smooth jazz sound. So how does that work? Well, on our cheat sheet, this is what a C9 chord looks like. And you can see it looks like a normal C chord, except I'm adding an additional note. I'm adding a D in there. Now, you might be saying, why is that called the 9th? Shouldn't it be called the 2nd? I'm not sure why they don't call it the 2nd, but often this 9 will show up above the C chord. This D will show up above the C chord, and if you count from C all the way up to D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it forms the interval of a 9th. And so they've kind of taken all chords that maybe have that D in there, if they're a C chord, or all chords that have that 9th interval in it, and they'll call them all 9 chords. And so there's a couple of those. We have C9 in this song, and we have F9 in this song. It's a really easy way to get a little bit more interesting of a sound. Okay, now we've got 2 other chords that you'll need to know that are a little bit more jazzy. One is G7. That's a G chord with an F on top. And then A7, which is an A chord with a G on top. Both beautiful jazz, lovely chords. So what you're going to do for this song is you're going to simply plug in the chord whenever it shows up. And finally, I'll show you another way that you can mix up those chords, again, to start creating rather than just kind of reading some notes that someone else has already written. So in this case, I've included this left-hand kind of cheat for you. And I've made it a treble clef because all of these voicings, or these chords that we've just learned, are going to show up kind of above middle C. This C9, the way that I've written it, and F9 usually sound better above middle C, so don't try and play it down there. Those don't really sound that good. But this is a great intro to 9 chords and how to play them. So I'll go ahead and play this all the way through for you, and then feel free, if you want, and it's helpful to you, maybe you don't have to write in all these chords, but maybe it might be helpful to you to write in one or two of these, right in that F9 chord, for example. Cool, so I'll play it all the way through for you so you can see how it sounds. You can try it out for yourself, and then I'll give you one more variation that you can do. So here we go. Here's my favorite part. Oh! Oh, that's so good. Don't you love that E minor to A7? Oh, that just makes my heart sing. It's so good. It just really makes that little bit of jazziness come alive. Okay, so now what's something else you can do? Something else you can do with this is do what we call stride playing. So with stride playing, you'll play the bass note of a chord. So if I'm playing a C chord, I'll simply play C an octave lower, and then I'll come up and play that special C9 voicing that we just learned about. So I'll go ahead and play this again, but now with stride, and you can kind of copy and see what I do to make that work. And again, if chords are moving quickly, like on that second line, we have that D, E, F all in a row. You don't have to do stride, and it's actually nice to get a break from it, but here's how it would sound with stride. It already sounds a little fancier, doesn't it? That's nice to get a little break from it. We're gonna do another break. And if I get a chance, I'll post a version of that there as well, so that you can have another reference for how I'm adding in that stride playing. Really pretty simple: bass note, upper chord, and if you want the rhythm for it, it's quarter and half note written in, which is really sweet. I'll write that in right here on this C9 here. Played a quarter note C all the way down there, wherever that wherever that will be, and then I'll jump up and play a C9 chord right there as a half note. Kind of a nice way to break it up and make that chord a little bit more interesting. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and have fun playing Lullaby, but a little bit jazzier than normal.